Now, one thing I want to explain is that I have not shared this prophecy until now because I was told not to. So when I received this prophecy, I said, am I supposed to be sharing this with people? Because I'm not a person who goes around saying, hey, I received a prophecy, everybody. Guess what? Right? Because I receive them all the time and I don't actually usually share them. But they told me specifically, do not share this. But now they're telling me, okay, share it. So I have permission by the divine collective consciousness to share this with you guys. So I'm sharing it now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mystic Temple, Spirituality for a New Age. I'm Monica Bay, also known as the Divine Mother, and I am here to bring you truth always. So today, we are finally into another chapter in the Book of Rasheeda. We are finally in the next passage, which was received on November 4th, 2015. But before we get into that, I want to just let you know, stay tuned within this Divinity Session today. I will be revealing a prophecy that I received on September 23rd, 2023. So just a few months ago. And it has a lot to do with the passage that we're going to go through today. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to jump right into the passage for today, which was again received on November 4th, 2015. And it is as follows. On the wind comes a time to change. Upon the hour is our time to come to the netherworld. Now, as you guys know, the Book of Rasheeda is written by Cosmic Collective Consciousness, and sometimes these passages are very cryptic, and then I have to go back and say, what did you mean by that, right? So I had to do that with this passage, especially right now, because I was feeling something when I read it in order to prepare for this particular divinity session, and so I went back to communicate with this cosmic collective consciousness, and it let me know exactly very clearly that this is actually talking about right now, because everything is divinely orchestrated, everything is in divine timing. Everything that I'm sharing when I share it is already predetermined. It has already been predetermined. So this is completely divine timing. So they knew when they wrote that I would not be sharing that until today. So this passage is actually about what's happening in the world right now. So we're going to break that down for you. So first of all, let's talk about where it says on the winds comes a time to change. So I want to break it all the way down, okay? First of all, the element of air and the concept of wind has long symbolized change. So I think that's interesting that they chose to use the word wind and change in the same sentence. On the winds come a time to change. So the change is being brought by the wind. But now this sentence actually has multiple meanings, but we're going to talk about a couple of them. So one of them is that wind is the universal force. So this change right now, again, this is referring to right now, the time we're in right now, is being brought by this universal force. So this change that we're in right now, this moment that we're in right now, that we will be in for a while, is predetermined. It is predestined. It is destiny. So this is something that has been brought by this universal force, by this light, okay? The wind is a force. It is both erratic, chaotic, but also very clear in its direction. So what does that tell you about the change that's happening right now in the world? It is why is it divine? Because it's important. What did I say in previous, and what did the scripture say in previous sessions and passages? We talked about divine timing. We talked about change being necessary for growth. We talked about all those things. So now, right now, we are in one of those moments in history, in the history of humanity, in the history of this earth, that is very, very important for this growth to happen right now in order to move us into a new era. And we're going to go deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole today regarding that. So we're going to keep trudging forward. Now, the next sentence says, upon the hour is our time to come to the netherworld. What does that mean, right? It sounds a little scary because some people who know what the netherworld is, you think of death and things like that, but I'm going to break that down to you. That's not what they're talking about here. Upon the hour is our time to come to the netherworld. So I thought it was interesting that they used the time dimension of an hour. They didn't use a day, they didn't use a second, they didn't use a minute, they used an hour. They didn't use they didn't use a lot of things, but they chose an hour, which is an intermediary bracket of time measurement. Okay, meaning that is a period of time, not extremely long. We're not talking about millions of years, but we're not talking about a day or a week either, right? So the hour Upon the hour is our time to come to the netherworld. So the big question here, big elephant in the room, is what do they mean by the netherworld, right? So when you think of the netherworld, I thought it was interesting that they chose to use this word. They didn't say spirit world. They didn't say, there's a bunch of other words that they could have chosen in the English language in this book, but they chose to use the netherworld. And this is why. Understand that, yes, the netherworld is referring to the afterlife, okay? But we're not talking about physical death here. Understand that the concept of death in a spiritual sense means transition. It does not mean actual death because end doesn't exist. There is no end to anything. There's only transformation and rebirth. Okay, there could be an end to a particular era, a particular chapter in your life, a particular chapter in the planet, right? But there's never an end. Okay, there's always a rebirth, a transformation, and a rebirth. We talked about the fire of alchemy in a few divinity sessions ago. What this is talking about is the new world that is soon to emerge. We are in a transition right now. This transition is extremely important to the future of human race, to the future of this planet, to the future of everything. And destiny will be had. Destiny will be had. So we're in that time right now. So what this is talking about is it is time for us to start preparing to enter this new world. And the Book of Rasheeda is there to guide us on how to get there, how to transition through these tough times, because tough times are now. This is what we are about to embark on right now. I'm not giving you doomsday, but I'm giving you truth, okay? So now I'm going to tell you about the prophecy that I received September 23rd, 2023, so just a few months ago. Before I go and tell you what that is, I want to explain a little bit. So this was received by the same cosmic collective consciousness, and it came through me and actually spoke out of my mouth. So this one was a little different than the way the Book of Rasheeda is written, where they just come to me, they take over my body, and they write this book. This prophecy, when I receive prophecies, usually they come to me, either I go into a trance or sometimes the spirit will jump into me and speak out of my mouth, or it'll be kind of an allowance thing. Long story, we're not going to get into that right now, but this is what happened November 23rd, 2023. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read this prophecy from my phone as it was given to me. So I always write these things down. So this again was spoken out of my mouth, out loud, out of my mouth. I was very much awake and present, and then I immediately started writing it down after it was spoken out of my mouth. Now, one thing I want to explain is that I have not shared this prophecy until now because I was told not to. So when I received this prophecy, I said, am I supposed to be sharing this with people? Because I'm not a person who goes around saying, hey, I received a prophecy, everybody. Guess what? Right? Because I receive them all the time, and I don't actually usually share them because they're usually for me, or maybe they're just for a couple of people to know about or whatever. But they told me specifically, do not share this. But now they're telling me, okay, share it. And I had a feeling when they told me not to share it the first time, there would be a time that I would be sharing it. So now they're telling me, okay, now is the time to share. So I have permission by the divine collective consciousness to share this with you guys. So I'm sharing it now. Again, November 23rd, 2023. They said, you are here to birth a new world. The angels are with you. All will be given and all will be taken away. Seek shelter because the time is upon us. Now, that prophecy, that part, it went on. We got more, but that part was the first thing that they said to me, and that was obviously about right now. Seek time because the time, seek shelter because the time is upon us. All will be given, all will be taken away. There have been many things that this is like a triple quadruple entendre with the meaning of this whole entire paragraph here, these few sentences, because uh, so much of that has actually happened already. This message was in part to me and in part to you. So from my standpoint, a lot of this stuff has already happened for me, and is still showing proof that this is happening now. So when I receive this prophecy, I do a kind of a question and answer, because if I need more information, I'm like, okay, you just dropped a load on me. What does that mean? So then I said, okay, at the same time I received this, I kind of got a download of, they showed me, the future, what was about to happen. And I saw war, I saw famine, I saw sickness, I saw a lot of things. And so I said, okay, well, when is this supposed to start? And it literally said, in quote, in 2 weeks' time. And it was that there was going to be something that happened in 2 weeks that was going to spawn the domino effect of all of what they were showing me. And so what ended up happening was I logged this all right in my notes, and then I was like, okay, they told me not to tell anyone, so I didn't. So then what happened was 2 weeks later, exactly 14 days to this date, you can check that, exactly 14 days to this date is when Israel was attacked. And that, of course, as you know, has spawned a whole lot of things that are happening. And we're only at the beginning of these things, by the way. So they showed me there would be a period of time, and we're calling it a period of chaos that we are in right now. And this is going to last for a bit. And the world is going to be completely different after all of this is done. This is all happening for a reason, even though it's not fun, it's horrible, it's sad. There's a whole lot of crazy stuff happening. They were showing me that this is actually part of the process of birthing a new world. We have destruction and we have renewal and rebirth. Unfortunately, this is the way the universe works. I didn't make the rules. And during this prophecy and communication session that I had with this cosmic collective consciousness, that is when they told me you must start Mystic Temple right now. And because I was procrastinating, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was procrastinating. I was living my best life, just relaxing and doing a lot of stuff. Now, I mean, I have a lot of businesses, as most of you already know, and I do a lot of things. Um, so I wasn't just sitting on my butt, but at the same time, I wasn't being obedient and just like, okay, getting on this. And because I've been sitting on this book since 2015, but they didn't tell me it was time to do that yet. So anyway, they said it is now time to start Mystic Temple, and I need to start it like quickly. I need to start getting everything going. And so I did. I started doing everything, setting everything up. This took a while to get it all going from September to now. But they were showing me that right now is a critical time in history, in human history, in our future, in the planet as well. And that the Book of Rasheeda needs to come out now. Everything is in divine timing. It is coming out right now because this is your guide, guys. This is your guide for getting through these tough times that we have ahead. And no, I am not the person, okay? No, I am not the person standing on the corner with a cardboard sign that says end times is near or something like that. That is not me, okay? That's not what we're doing here. We talked before about pushing fear. That is not what I'm doing. This is actually a message of hope. So I want you to understand that this is not about being afraid, like, oh no, things are about to happen. Things happen all the time, guys. Things happen all the time. You will be fine, and we will be fine. But there is a period of chaos that we are just at the very beginning of right now, and this is going to last for a period of time, and there are going to be a lot of just suffering. There's going to be a lot of suffering, and the Book of Rasheeda is here to not only get you through those times, it is a guide to guide you right through those times, but also to birth the new world. this the Book of Rasheeda is here now to be brought into the new world as a guide and as a manual for how we can actually birth a better world when we get into this new era that we're about to go into. And again, there is no such thing as end times because nothing ends. As you know, if you are a believer in what I'm a believer in, then you know that there is no actual end. It's a snake eating the tail. Okay, it's only renewal and rebirth. Everything is a cycle. Everything is a cycle, and there is a cycle that is ending right now, and a new cycle is beginning. And this new cycle has the potential. Okay, the potential to be so much better than every other cycle. So much better than every other cycle. And that is why the Book of Rasheeda is coming out now to give you guys this. It'll take time to spread. We know this because that's how these things work. But everything is in divine timing. Everything is in divine timing. So this is really, really critical right now. I want you to understand that sticking with Mystic Temple, sticking with the Book of Rasheeda, you will have all the tools you need. You will have all the tools you need and the blessings that you need and the positivity that you need to get through any storm, in your life. And this doesn't mean that there's a storm specifically coming to your life, okay? Again, that's not what we're pushing here. I want to make sure I'm clear on that this is a warning to be prepared. This is a warning to tune within. This is a warning to get your shit together. That's what this is. This is a warning, a serious one, but a warning nonetheless, and not doomsday. Okay, not doomsday. And another part of the prophecy, I'm going to read it verbatim. It said, "Those who are left will feast upon the ruins." What that's talking about is those who survive, who get past this transition into this new era that we're about to go into this new world, this nether world, the afterlife, meaning after our previous reality, this new reality, okay? Those who are left will feast upon the ruins. We're talking about people who are left, people who were able to survive this chaos, and people who are able to do it again, walking the light path, okay? They will feast upon the ruins, meaning they will benefit, they will be happier, they will have prosperity, okay? Prosperity after all of this is done as you move into your lives. And again, paying attention to the teachings that I'm giving you guys, paying attention to those things and actually implementing them in your life will make all the difference. Actually implementing them. Information without application is pointless. I will say that again because I need to say that many times because people still get information, they absorb it, and then they never apply it. So again, the application of the information that I'm sharing with you guys, the divinity that's flowing through me, that's speaking to you guys, that will lead you to the prosperity that awaits you after. Okay. And again, we're not talking about an afterlife after we leave this earth. We're talking about right now. We're talking about after this period of chaos is over. And it will be in your lifetime. It's not going to be a crazy, crazy long period of chaos, but it will be a good amount of time. The key here is you have hope. You have hope to change. You have hope to prosper. You have hope to move into this next era. You have hope to lift yourself up, to lift yourself up and own your life, own your power. Okay? That is what will get you to the prosperity in the next era. That's what will get you to life. And again, what are these teachings? We're talking about so far, what's been revealed so far is talking about not allowing distractions to get in your way, focusing inward, being mindful at all times, understanding what causes human suffering and how to limit it. We talked about all of that already in previous divinity sessions. So if you haven't caught that, go back and watch them. But so this is really, really important for you guys to see this. This is a guide. This is life. So you're not moving through anything by yourself. You're not going through this period of chaos alone. You are not going through this period of chaos alone. We are here. I am here. They are here. Okay? You are here. And the universe is here to help you and assist you. All you have to do is grab hold of your divinity. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Grab hold of your divinity. Grab hold of your divinity. I'm not talking about my divinity. I'm not talking about this other divinity. Grab hold of your divinity. That's all you need to do. And take heed to the messages and the warnings and the teachings that are in the Book of Rasheeda as they are slowly revealed. Everything is in divine timing right now. This is everything you need right now, okay? This netherworld is a place born of the ashes of the previous world. Okay? All who are left will feast upon the ruins. All of this comes together. You see how all of this comes together. And this is right now. And you can be one of those people who are feasting upon the ruins, who are surviving, who are thriving afterwards in this new world and carrying this forward. And the Book of Rasheeda, again, is there to be brought into the new world, to create the foundation for a better world. That's what we're doing. So I want to get back into the passage of the Book of Rasheeda where it says, upon the hour is our time to come to the netherworld. Now, why does it say our time? Because it's talking about the collective. It's talking about the collective consciousness that we all share, that we are bringing forward. Everything that is happening in the world, we are creating something always. It's just a matter of what you're creating. Are you creating something negative or are you creating something positive? What is the world? The world looks the way it looks right now because of what previous people have created, what the previous collective has created. So We have to be sure that we are creating the right things as we move into this new era. It is going to look very different, very, very different, but beautiful. Different is not always bad. Growth requires change. And again, with the divine timing, okay, everything right now is happening exactly how it's supposed to happen right now. And we talked also about duality. There needing to be good and there needing to be things that we perceive as bad. And they act in tandem. They act in tandem because that is how this universe is built. That's how it works. So now that you have all this information, the question is, what do you do? Well, first of all, walk the light path. We talked about that in the last session. Walk the light path. As things are happening around you that you see out there, first of all, don't stress out because stress is pointless, doesn't solve any problems. Don't get anxious. Trust and have faith in yourself. Trust and have faith in your path. And this emphasizes the importance of aligning with a path of peace, which we talked about last time. Okay, aligning with that path of peace, walking that light path, choosing the positive reactions versus the negative reactions, allowing yourself grace, allowing yourself time, actually practicing what you preach, making sure that your actions are aligned with your values, making sure that you are doing what you need to do in this world and that you are focusing not only on this outside world that, yes, we have to focus on our environment. Yes, we have to focus. We have jobs, we have this and that. But what about your spiritual being? What about your spiritual enlightenment? What about your spiritual health? What about your physical wellness? All of these things need to be focused on because your vessel carries your spirit. If you are not taking care of your vessel properly, your spirit will be tainted as well. And your vessel will not be able to carry forward and carry your spirit. So, how are you going to be one of those survivors? So, you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and not feeding into fear that the media will try to get you to feed into, that social media will will get you into. Okay, do not feed into the fear. Have faith and strength inside, knowing that there is no reason to fear. There's not even a spot of fear in the Book of Rasheeda, okay? While it is definitely giving a warning, it is not talking about fear. It's talking about hope. Now it's time to go into the netherworld. This is a positive thing. This is a positive thing. We are moving into a new era of hope and of peace and potential. That's the biggest thing, is potential. So if I do my job right, if you do your job right, if we as a collective do our jobs right, this new world will be amazing. This new world will be beautiful. This new world will be powerful and empowering to the people that are in it. The opposite of the world we live in now. Okay? So this is a very, very positive thing. So moving forward, what I want you to understand is Mystic Temple is here. You are here. You need to move forward and trust yourself. You need to understand who you really are. And you need to act on this in your life right now. Right now. Now is the hour for our time. Now is the time. We are in a very special time in history right now. And it's all divine timing. So trust in your divinity, trust in your faith, trust in yourself, trust in your path, and trust in your ability to actually walk your path, your ability to dodge and maneuver around obstacles, because that's your power. All right. Nothing can break you. You are unbreakable. Okay. Understand that. As long as you understand that, then you are, because if you believe you're breakable, then yeah, you can break into pieces. But as soon as you really understand your power, as soon as you understand that you're invincible, you are limitless, nothing can break you. So understand that. And why Mystic Temple is coming out now? Because the Book of Rasheeda provides the foundation for building this beautiful new world. It provides the foundation for creating peace and harmony and a world that we can actually live in. And I'm not painting a picture of some uh, fantasy land that is not possible. I'm painting a picture of a land, okay, that is possible, of a reality that is possible, okay? Again, we have duality. So are we ever going to be in a world where there's nothing but good ever and nothing bad ever happens? No, because that's not duality and that's not yin and yang and that's not how the universe works. But can we be in a world with very, very limited human suffering? Can we be in a world where people enjoy their lives, where people are healthy and happy, where they and are able to enjoy their families, they're able to not be stressed out, they're not in states of anxiety 24/7? Can we be in that state? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. That is possible. And not only is the Book of Rasheeda your guide into this new world and setting the foundation for everything we need moving into this new era, but it is also the foundation and guide that we need going into infinity afterwards. Okay? We read in the first passage of the Book of Rasheeda how it said, many have been sent. Now comes a time where it needs to last. Okay? This needs to last to infinity. So hopefully, I'm hoping that this does. I have faith that it will, since that is their intention. But that's why this is so important. I want you to understand the severity of the moment that we're in right now. I want you to understand the severity of your life right now. That you are here alive right now for a reason. There's no like, why are you in this life right now while this is happening right now in history? Because you're supposed to be. There is a reason. And each one of you, the reason is going to be slightly different, but there is a reason. There is a purpose. Okay? You are watching this. You were brought to Mystic Temple for a reason. There is a purpose that you need to fulfill, and you need to do your part to make sure that that happens. So, again, tune within. Really start to get into your spirituality more. It only takes 5 minutes a day. Okay? If you meditate for 5 minutes a day, it'll change your life and it'll tune you in more. Just 5 minutes. 20 minutes is better, but 5 minutes is perfectly fine. Tuning in, speaking to your spirit guides, connecting. If you're not sure how to do that, go to mysticuniversity.net and we will get you together because I teach all that stuff there. But if you already know how to do those things, and even if you don't figure it out, all you have to do is sit with yourself for 5 minutes and do that every day and it'll get you started. If you are brand new on this journey and you don't know how to do any of this stuff, start there. Start there. 5 minutes a day, sitting with yourself, tuning in, focusing on your breath, tuning into the energy that's flowing through your body. It will start to open you up. And this is what is necessary for this time that we're in right now. Okay, so that all being said, we have great times ahead of us. We are moving into an era of positivity. This is what has been called the Great Awakening, and this is the purpose of this awakening right now. This is the purpose of this awakening. Why now? Why is it important for everybody to wake up right now? Because we're moving into a new era. We don't want to bring that old crap into, into our new era. Okay, we don't want to bring the old nonsense. We want to rebuild. Okay, we want to completely rebuild and bring in positivity and create a better world, because the world that has been created for us is not the world we want to be in. Okay, and for those of you who want to learn more about the prophecy and this whole thing, this whole time of the world that we're going to be in right now, remember that we are going to be having a monthly open circle, which is going to be me live on our Facebook group. So definitely join the Facebook group, Mystic Temple Facebook group. You can go to mystictemple.org and the link is there, or you can just go on Facebook and search Mystic Temple. You should see the group there. And we are going to be talking about that in the next session, the first open session, which is in 2 weeks. So definitely show up, be there. We're going to definitely dive deeper into that. It's a chance for you guys to also ask me questions. We can dive deeper in and have this conversation. I'm open, I'm ready. Let's do it. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is speak love, life, protection, and light into each and every one of you at home. Okay. Otimbi uve lakozim. Otimbi uve lakozim umesabisos. Otimbi uve lakozim. Ot lakozim. Ot lakozim. Ot lakozim. Ot lakozim. Eshna popo eshna sha ot lakozim. Otimbi uve lakozim. Otimbi uve lakozim. Ot. 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 Destu. 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 Destu victusos. Otimbi uve lakozim. Otimbi uve lakozim. Ot lakozim. Ot lakozim. Ot lakozim. Ot lakozim bihoki. lehoki, 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 evumasti otlakozim, evumasti otlakozim, otimbi, evumasti otimbi, eshnapo poeshnasha, eshnapo poeshnasha, eshnapo poeshnasha. Now we'll end with a prayer, which essentially means peace be unto you in the divine language. Zor kumti, and I'll see you next time.
I am enough just as I am. No need to change, I'm a diamond in the sand. I'm powerful, I've got strength inside. A powerful force I won't hide. I'm spiritual, connected to the universe, guided by the light, my soul's immersed. I am light energy, shine bright, illuminating the world day and night. I can do it all, there's nothing I can't achieve. Oh, determination and belief. I have everything I need right here within. I'll let my light shine, it's time to begin. I'm walking on air, feeling so alive, connected to something much greater inside. The universe guides me, my spirit's aglow. I'm on a journey, watch me as I grow. Spiritual, connected to the universe, guided by the light, my soul's immersed. I am light, energy shining bright. Spiritual, connected to the universe, guided by the light, my soul's immersed. I am